This is from Ray Ray. My question is, SC PASA encourages its member boards to bring out more than E-board members to SC PASA and SC PASA external events. In the past, Troy Fi has increasingly made its presence within the space known, but mainly through its executive board. How do you plan to get general members of Troy Fi interested in and involved within the space?
First of all, I think we need to do earlier promotion of SC PASA events and collabs, and then just not keep it within eBoard. I know sometimes it'd be like, oh yeah, this person's having a fund, or this club's having a fundraiser, and it would just be in like our eBoard like group on Facebook, and not necessarily with everyone else. So I would want to put out some sort of information to the general members. As well as making it sound more exciting. I know that I'm not Filipino, but I actually learned a lot about Filipino culture just by going to collabs and SC PASA events. If I didn't do that, I probably wouldn't know any information at all, actually.
You like to party and have a good time, and also as EVP, you are the face of Troy Fi. So people will obviously look up to you. Knowing that, how will that affect the way you party and socialize, if any?
I mean, minus last week, I'm usually pretty good. Yeah, minus last week, I'm usually pretty respectful about it. If it's like a party that we're hosting especially, try to tone it down a lot more, because it is a time to bond with Troy Fi members and new people who are interested in joining the organization. So that'll be nice. Melanie.
Just being new myself and going to events, you're pretty well through the other schools. How do you think, what qualities do you think makes you the best EVP possible, and how do you think you as an individual will benefit Troy Fi?
Okay. Well, I mentioned being inclusive, and I think that's an important quality, because I don't just, it's not like I just meet people and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, she's in that circle. Like, I tend to bounce around from different cliques and stuff, and just get to know people. And every time I meet someone and talk to people, I make them feel like they're at home with me, that sort of thing. I'm also relatable, or I tend to try to relate myself to someone in different ways. Some of you, when I met you, you'll tell me things you're interested in, and then I'll try to figure out where our interests are similar, and then kind of expand upon that, and then from that build some better friendships. I think that kind of helped in terms of building relations with other schools in SC PASA. And then what was the second part?
What makes you the best EVP possible for Troy Fi?
Best EVP? Well, let's see. I'm good at networking. I think, I feel like that my ability to be real has also helped. With me, it's like what you see is what you get, and you're never really second guessing, I would say. And I think that helps as an EVP, because then, it's like as a face of Troy Fi, or however you want to call it, it helps to know that person's not fake, if that makes sense.
Two questions, actually. How would you evaluate the current EVP's performance over this past year, and what we could improve upon? That's the first part, I guess, and I'll let you do that. I'll do the second part.
Okay. I think towards the beginning of the year it was okay, and then I know that because of other circumstances, the second semester wasn't as great as it could have been. I think it's mostly in terms of promoting our events to different EVPs, or even just different people that I would know from the other organizations. I know that with Ashley Barbosa, she's from CSUN, she would text me and be like, hey, we're having this event tonight, or we're having this event this weekend, it'd be cool if some of you guys from Troy Fi could show up. Even something like that. I'm all about making things personal, so if I extend personal invitations, I feel like that would help.
Then the other part was to the fact that the EVP is the face of Troy Fi, that not only are you really involved as a representative to SC PASA, but you're just going to be hosting general meetings. Could you speak to the fact that you aren't Filipino, how that may appear to prospective general members, like in the new semester, or even like other outsiders, like alumni, even who would how would you address those concerns?
Well, first of all, I think the best part about not being Filipino is that it shows that we welcome people who aren't just Filipino. We are welcoming people who just want to learn about a different culture, I feel like. And as someone who's from a different culture, when people ask me, about being African American, I get really excited because it's like, oh yeah, you want to learn. It's cool. And it's the same. I feel like it's the same way with other Filipinos. And even when I talked to a couple of alumni, they were really excited. And it's like, oh, she's not actually Filipino. She wants to be here and she's active and she's doing things. I feel like that helps.
Last question. So I know you're very involved with other things such as Troy Phi Modern. You're a coordinator, and you're also the only person in your sorority that you mentioned to me, right, for next year. And you're working for the bookstore. So basically, you have a lot of things going on. And on top of this, you're running for EVP, which basically you are the face of Troy Phi. You run basically every meeting. How are you gonna balance everything that's going on and still keep a level head, because it gets kind of stressful, and if you break down, it's basically break down in Troy Phi. So how are you going to manage that?
My key to life is time management and making use of my breaks. So winter break, spring break, summer break, you name it. Those of you who are on e-board saw the master calendar that I had with me. I literally put every single thing for every single day. I copy that calendar onto my phone. So in terms of keeping track of my different positions on boards, I'm able to do that in our events, things like that. Managing my sorority, yes I am. I was going to be the only member, but my sorority sister is staying an extra semester to help out, and we're very heavily alumni influenced. So there's about 11 of my chapter alumni who are in the LA area, and they come out and help out with events and various things like that. Let's see. If I handle stress pretty well. I dance it off, so I don't really let a lot of things show in terms of when I am breaking down, unless it's that last moment. Managing modern won't be as big of an issue because Chris Kim will be back, and then I'm also looking for a next modern coordinator. So those people would be shadowing me. They would also be there to help out.
Thank you.